Well, hello again. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt with the American Orthodontic Society, and I want to talk to you this afternoon about a borderline case that came into me when she was about 17 years of age, and this is something that happens to you. And you have to make some decisions as to what to do with a person like this. This is it's just barely needs help, but they wanted help in it. And so let me go ahead and get going on this, and I'll show you the young lady. Here she is. She's about 17 years of age, and apparently she wanted to change the way she looks. She's just she's slightly full in the facial structure, but not anything serious. I've got a bad picture here. I'm gonna have to. Okay. All right, this is a bad picture, and I'll have to cut a bunch of this out to start off with. When we go to the next shot here, I think I lost my little arrow. All right, this picture shows just a little bit of extra fullness in the facial structure, and just a little bit of extra vertical height of the face. Not a great deal, but just a little bit. And so we'll need to try to correct those things. And let's see if we get it done. Here's the facial structure, just slightly full-faced. And she wants to bring this back in some and reduce the height if she possibly can, and so that's what we're going to be hoping to do here. Now when you look at it, the upper left cuspid there is crowded out. It's got a deciduous tooth still in place, and so that'd be something we'd take out real quick and bring that cuspid down. That wasn't any problem at all. And we'll just run through this pretty fast. And we're crowded on the bottom, a mild crowded case, not a great deal, and the bites closed a little extra. All right, here we are with the first Panorex that we took, and you can see the wisdom teeth. The one over on this side, we had drawn it out and shown her where we would have to remove the wisdom tooth and bring it up to here. And we could bring the lower anterior back to about that position too to get a class 1 relation. And we take the bicuspids over here and do the same thing, though the wisdom tooth is not near as bad, but in this particular case where you want to lower the vertical dimension some, you took the bicuspids out, and then we took the wisdom teeth. Of course, I had a centered on oral surgeon for this, and we pulled this together, and we corrected her function and everything, and we got the vertical height of the face to come down slightly in that particular way. All right, we have removed these. This is second Panorex, and it's 04, 10-3 of 04, and we took the bicuspids out now. We haven't done anything with the wisdom teeth, and you can see we start working to close the space on this, and we have our intruding wire. You see that little deal? So this wire would be down like that. We brought it up. We were intruding these lower anterior teeth, and we'll probably intrude the upper slightly, but not all that much. Now we'll go on to another Panorex here, and at this time the young lady is 19 years old, and she's a young lady now. I mean, she's on her own and everything. So we decided that we want to. I had the wisdom teeth here. If we had made it taken the bicuspids and made the face too flat, you'd leave the wisdom teeth alone and then push it back out. So you have something to fall back on like that. You use the wisdom teeth. Well, she didn't need that, and she was plenty full, so we had the oral surgeons get her wisdom teeth out. Now we've reduced the number of teeth by about 8 teeth out, and so the swallow pressure, as you swallow every time you during the day, you do somewhere around 2,000 times that you swallow. That's 24 hours. You press your teeth together with a certain amount of force as you swallow, and you do that on fewer teeth, and you can get the vertical dimension to come down slightly if the person's functioning correctly. They've got to be breathing through their nose and swallowing correctly for this to happen, but it can happen. So you can be a kind of a judge of that as we get at the end of this thing. Now, the thing you do when you've got a case that's on this borderline like this, this is not for you to make this decision. Talk to the parents, even though she's 17 years old, and talk to her boyfriend or whoever, if she's engaged or whatever in the family. Is this what you want? We can show you about what we would come out with, and so we could take the bicuspids out, close that space and everything. If it wasn't full enough or it was dished in slightly, the wisdom teeth are still there to push on it. Well, when we got to that point, we had plenty of fullness of the face, and so we had to have the wisdom teeth removed in this particular case. All right, let's go here. She's 19 and 6 months old at this point. So we go ahead and finish out the orthodontic. That's the regular orthodontics, is like we would normally do in every case. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. We made a bend here, see, to bring that tooth down slightly, and we'll finish this up. Now here she is later on. Now this is a reduction in the vertical height of the face. You can just see this right across here. This is about ideal. It could come down a little bit more. Probably it will as she matures. And this is the back over earlier. You saw the gum line where she smiled. She had a lot of gummy tissue showing there, and now she shows very little. And the vertical, look at the side view now. The lips are in, and it looks really good, And let's go ahead and we'll finish it out and get her out of the braces. This is 06, and here we go and finishing it up. Now we'll take her out of the braces, and we get it as near ideal. Now here we are at 07, and you want to try to get this as near perfect as you can before you come out of this. And then we put her in her final retainer, and she wore that retainer too. I mean, you look up in there, we'll show it there. Well, you can see where the retainer fit right up in the mouth like this. You see those lines right in there. So this young lady wants to look this way. And she was very happy there. But now this is the fullness when we started, and here it is after we finished. Now some people will say, well, this is ridiculous. We could have done this case very easily by just straightening it up and expanding it and then taking the wisdom teeth out if they're still pushing on it from the backside, and it would have been fuller than this and a little bit more vertical. But this, now the face is a lot closer to what we would want. And the smile, this is a bad shot, but you don't see the gumminess of the smile. The profile's just nearly exactly what you'd want on there. And this is 07, and here it is, this finishing it like, and you see the smile. And we put it in a wraparound retainer with nothing over the occlusion like that. And that's the retainer. We put a little bite plate, you see, to keep the lower teeth would hit right into this bite plate. We'll show you how to do that in various videos. And we got our lower anteriors bonded together, and this is the end of the case. I appreciate you watching, and we hope you'll join our group, and I'll say goodbye, and we'll go ahead and close this out. So thank you very much.